What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Just want to come on here real quick and do a quick trade breakdown of this of today. Really, today's March 15th. I traded NQ. I was able to make a little under. I think it was 46 or 49. I think it was 47,000 dollars, which is my biggest day in 2023. So I definitely wanted to do a trade breakdown. A couple of you guys had asked me to do that, so I'm going to do it right now. And today we're going over NQ. That's what I traded today. I traded NQ. That's the NASDAQ, right? Futures, not options, right? Haven't traded futures or haven't traded options in several months, more than several months now. So that's long gone behind me. So let's go ahead and go through this trade breakdown. So first things first, I want to point out that I started off pretty angry this morning because I missed this move here. So I had a trend line resistance right here. I forgot how he drew it, but it was something like that. But anywho, we had a trend line resistance level right here. And last night, because futures trades 23 hours, I was waiting on this rejection right here, and it just didn't happen. It happened during the London session. It was like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. when that move happened. I was asleep at the time, so I didn't catch it. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I just missed this move, because that's a lot of money right there. But fortunately, I was able to catch some upside. So as you can see here, we're already, the market's still open, so I'm not using the rewind feature right now. But the first thing I saw on the hourly after I looked at this morning's price action was the fact that we were bouncing off this trend line, right? So we had rejected this trend line, but we went right to another trend line. So that was the first thing. I love hourly trend lines, or I love trend lines in general, but especially on bigger time frames, because when it holds and it looks like it's going to hold, usually it's followed by a really big move, which is what we had this morning. But you can see here that we were holding this trend line very well. So once I went down to the 15-minute, I noticed that after a long move, after a really big move to the downside, I'm not going to be the guy that just shorts, but I had two things. So one, I have the trend line here, right? The next thing, we have formed solid resistance, 15-minute resistance, because we have support here, and we can even extend this to the left so you can see how strong this level is, right? We got a false breakout here, came right back down, right? But rejection, multiple rejections here, support, and then we're back here. So I was like, okay, now we have a 15-minute resistance level. That's really nice. I'm already interested in buys. I know I have extreme confidence in this setup, because I love bottom reversals. That's one of my favorite setups to trade. So when I saw this play, I was like, okay, I love it. I want to take it. Like I knew immediately I was going to go long, but now it's about finding a good entry point. Now in the chat, I immediately called buys, right? So I called buys, but I called a safe entry above this level here, right? This resistance level here, that 12,175. We get above 12,175, you're in the go, you're in the clear for buys, right? But I didn't execute off the 15-minute. I actually executed off the 5-minute, right? I got an early entry here. I was super confident about this play. I love bottom reversals. We look good on the 15-minute. We were bouncing off an hourly trend line. So I was like, you know what? I like this. And I ended up entering on this exact candle. And let me flip it real quick so you can see it. That little candle, that highlighted candle right here, that was my exact entry point. I got in a few contracts here, just a starter position, and then as we were breaking up to the upside, I added more as we broke. And then as you can see here, we also had this level here. This is my first level, and I had this already because it was if we go back in that chart and all that, this was a level already. So I had that in mind. And as you can see, we had, crazy wick here and rejected this level. So for me, my first play, because I took two NQ plays, right? So my first play was here. I entered here, added here, exited right here, right? And let me lower this a little bit because this is exactly where I had it. I exited right here. We wicked. And let me lower that down because I did not catch that full move. I probably exited about right there, right? Because I didn't catch that full move all the way up, because we were really aggressive at open. or this was before the market opened. We were really aggressive before the market opened, and I was like, man, I really like this. Right, you can see we're still in the gray. So the market hasn't even opened yet. And because it's futures, we can get in before the market opens. I forgot to mention that part before I started doing this breakdown. Yeah, the market wasn't even open yet. This is before the market opened. 6:18 my time was the first play. That's 9:18 Eastern time. And I got out before the market was even still. It was still, pre-market, right? So I exited here, right, in case we wick back down, right? It was a really crazy move. If you saw the candle, it was a really aggressive candle. So usually candles like that I usually want to take profit on because we'll get a retracement, and that's what we ended up doing. But my 15-minute chart looked really good. It still looked really good even though we broke out a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I like this play. I think we're gonna get some more upside here, right? So I had already caught a really good move. This first play was I made about half my P&L for the day on this play. It was a really, really, really solid break. And mind you, I'm looking at different time frames at the same time. I'm looking at the 5, looking at the 15, looking at the 3 minute, looking at the 30 minute. I'm looking at all these time frames because I have a big monitor, or multiple monitors as well. So next, like I said, we look really good on the 15. I really think we can get a re-entry here. That's what I'm thinking, right? I'm not, just because I made some money on here, I'm not going to miss out on future opportunity, especially the market hasn't even opened yet. Like, there's still a lot of opportunity here, right? So I had a level up here already, and I want to say it was actually at 12,260. That was my final price target. My final price target was at 12,260 on the money, right? So if I put that there just so it's consistent with what I said, right, my price target was about right here, and that's based off charting that I did on bigger time frames, top down approach, all that stuff. So like I said, entered here, scaled in, added to my position here, exited here. I like what I see. I still think we can move up. The 15-minute looks really good at this point. The 15-minute looks really good, right? This next candle, we make it move down, we make it move up, we end up closing, right? I don't enter here, but where I do enter is here on this candle. We closed above this level, right? We had a level here, we had a level here, or we had the rejection here. We also had that rejection here where we took profit. Had another rejection here, right? Couldn't quite close above, but this one right here opened above the level. And when we made a move down and then made a move back up, I was like, okay, we're gonna hold this level. I'm gonna enter here, have a stop loss a little bit below the level, see if we can just hold that 9 EMA and make it move up to my 12,260, right? And I'll admit I did not hold all the way to a price target. I think I sold about right there, right? Because now I'm thinking about the fact that, all right, we have many bullish candles in a row. The 15-minute and 30-minute were getting kind of, I didn't really like the look anymore by that point in terms of continuation. Like, I thought we were pretty gassed out by then, and that's just me personally. Like, anytime I start to see like too many really, really, really strong candles in a row, I automatically start thinking there needs to be some type of pullback, some type of retracement, something like that. You know what I mean? And that's obviously that's what we ended up getting. Although I still wasn't sure, I was just protecting myself, protecting my position, right? But just to clean this up a little bit so I can give you guys a quick rundown real quick. Right, so we had a crazy move down. So mad I missed this play, right, during the London session. It was a beautiful break of trend, right? And then we just dumped it just dumped the whole session, right? So when we opened up, notice we had a bottom, our trend line hold on the hourly, holding on the beautiful hold on the 15-minute, holding on the 5-minute, obviously. Had an entry here. Right, had an early entry here. Had added to, heavily added to my position here. Sold here. Re-entered here. And then sold on this candle because we were really, really, really bullish on that candle. And you can see on the 3-minute as well, just to give a different look, right, about what these charts look like. Could even possibly, depending on how you see things, form like a little trend here, rejection, 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 and then a breakout, right? Just a different look. But yeah, that was my play. Those were my plays today. I did take an additional trade on CL, which was a loser, but at that point, I was just live trading with the team. and I didn't want to. I wasn't very heavy, so I didn't lose that much on the play. So I ended up going 2 for 3 on the day, but overall, I mean, it was a solid trade, man. And you see the market still open, but at this point, I'm done trading. I don't care about nothing that's going on right now. I am done for the day, and that's it. So if you enjoy this video, man, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're in Blueprint and you caught that live with me. Let me know in the comments. You guys know I love seeing you guys win. I love seeing you guys win. It looks like we may have a trend forming here as well. Right, it's all about being able to identify these trends. Right, we have a resistance level here. Right, I know I'm getting sidetracked here, but we got, look, a bounce here, bounce here. Looks like we're holding here. All right, you identify these trends, man. You can make a lot of, you can see a lot of opportunities and have an opportunity to make a lot of money. But yeah, let me not, if I stare too long, I'll be here all day. But look, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you guys for the next video.